What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be wrapping the intake in gold reflective heat tape. So let's go and get started. First thing we're going to do is disconnect this breather hose. That's tougher than I thought. And then we're going to loosen up these clamps. Now, last but not least, we want to disconnect this map sensor and be extremely careful with it. I don't want to fuck with that and break it, and then my shit doesn't run right. Definitely want to make sure that you don't screw with that. All right, let's get the operating table all ready to go. We're going to wrap it in reflective gold tape. Just like that. So we're going to wrap it all the way around. I tried doing this with my Focus ST, and it just didn't really turn out as good as I wanted it to. So I think what we're going to do this time is, which probably I should have done to begin with, is just kind of peel off, pull this out, and then just kind of wrap around, cut it, and then just keep doing that all the way around. It'll definitely be a little bit trickier when we get to the map sensor bung and this one over here, but I think we can do it still. So what's next is we're going to wipe this down with some surface prep from CMX. This is what I use for detailing my cars when I'm done with the paint correction or clay bar stage or whatever, and I want to remove any residual oils. And just to make it easier, because I know I'll be handling this, I'll just do this corner first. But I did do my intake with it on the Focus ST. I'll post up a picture here. And as you can see, that method was just wrapping it around, kind of just like, you know, wrapping rope around a tube. So it didn't turn out so good. As you can see, there's a lot of crinkles and stuff. And on my Fusion Sport, I put it on my intercooler as well, so to kind of really help prevent heat soak. And now what I'm going to be doing is, like I said before, get a piece of it, kind of just wrap it around like that, and then we'll see how that goes. This corner is going to be a bit tricky. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out. Probably not very good, but I'm going to try my best to make it look as best as I can. We shall see. I don't think this pipe is very straight to begin with. Bro, this shit's so fucking hard to do. Oh god. It's so hard to get it around this curve. It's gotta be the most difficult thing I've ever fucking had to do. This corner piece is gonna use up so much of this tape. I got 15 feet of it, so hopefully it's enough, man. Otherwise I'm gonna have to order some more and redo it all. Well, not redo it all, but just continue on with it. Sorry for the weird cut, guys. Sorry if I'm gonna repeat anything, but my SD card filled up and I don't know where it stopped, but I got this done and it looks okay. The only thing that sucks about this tape is that it's very prone to wrinkles. It doesn't matter unless the tube is like perfectly straight every sort of which way from any angle, then you're gonna have some wrinkles, and sometimes it'll be worse than you intend, and that's okay. You know, doing this kind of stuff isn't meant to be perfect, as I'm just cutting off that piece so it's all even. But I mean, you know, you just gotta do your best, and then it is what you make it, so nothing wrong with that. But now, since we got this horrible piece, or you know, the corner and whatnot done, Now we can work on the home stretch, and that is the somewhat straight tube. And we'll just do a little bit of overlap here. And then, so I don't know if I mentioned this before, but what you want to do is just kind of make sure it's nice and straight. I don't want it to be too perfect because, you know, like I said before, there are going to be some wrinkles, which sucks, and I just overlap this quite a bit. And we're just going to do the same thing. You want to watch your underlying layer right there. You want to make sure it's lined up correctly. If you guys can see that, you want to make sure that it's lined up correctly. And you're focusing more on coverage than you are appearance, because as I said before, this is a very tricky material to work with. Yeah, I don't want it to be too perfect. That look kind of weird because you got all the wrinkles up here, and then everything's perfect and smooth here on out. But also don't want it to be like super wrinkly. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Okay, now here comes the tricky part. This bung here. Like I said before, you really want to make sure you get that underlying layer. And because if I weren't paying attention, and you can see how this is starting to take the angle of the pipe, and if you keep following it, you see you get that piece of pipe that's not covered now. So you kind of have to work it a little bit. You can even come up here where there's less tension over here because of that, and just kind of rework it. I'll just bring that around. Oh, we are at the end of it. Damn, I can't believe we used almost 15 feet of this stuff. And there we have it. A nice, almost, well, kind of an eyesore, but I mean, it looks okay. I mean, it looks good, you know, for what it is and what the material gives you in terms of flexibility, which isn't much. I mean, it looks pretty good. So now let me just clean up this area, just like this. I mean, it looks okay, you know, looks pretty good. I kind of wish the corner came out better, but you know, it's not going to be perfect, especially when you're working with this kind of material. And there she is, gang. A nice gold wrapped intake. So, I mean, that's pretty much the install, guys. Yeah, you just got to take your time with it. This material can be very hard to work with, especially if you have a lot of turns and stuff like that. I would only recommend doing this on a smooth pipe. Well, as I was saying before, this material is very temperamental and very hard to not wrinkle, unless you're doing perfectly straight edges or surfaces with perfect crisp cuts, like my intercooler for the Fusion. It's not going to come out perfect, and that's okay. I think a little wrinkle here and there gives it a bit of character, and there's not really much you can do to prevent this kind of stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Have a great day.